Hey guys, Alicia here. I am here with my Crafty Goals video to give you an update for my goals for April. I did a ton of creating this month. There was a couple of my goals that I didn't meet. One of them was list 12 on Etsy. The other one was a canvas or a mixed media piece of some kind. I didn't get that done either. But I think you're going to find that I more than made up with it for what I did create. My sheet load of cards, you will see that on my channel as well. So I did the sheet load for April from Call Me Crafty Al's YouTube channel. And it makes, the yield is 6 cards with 3 12 by 12 pattern papers. I had 3 sheets of this Surf's Up, I believe it was by My Mind's Eye. And I did get 6 of those done. They turned out super cute. Love the color palette in these papers. Nice, bright, cheery. Most of them are just a note, and I think there's one thank you card in here. But yeah, I got those done. Super happy. Always look forward to her sheet load of card sketches every month. So I got that done. Yay. I did not get 12 listed on Etsy. My niece is supposed to help me, but I've been so busy with work and stuff, I haven't had a chance to get my photos done and sent to her. My Penspiration challenge, I did get that done. I just need to find it for you. Oh, yes. So that was this mini album using up some scraps of leftovers from a paper pad that I had from Doodlebug, and trying to remember what paper that was. Here it is. And that was Sweet Summer. And that was from 2018. So I did get that used up, and I did create my mini album. My Penspiration challenge. So it's two-sided. Every side has a pocket with a pull-out and a cut-apart. And that was my Penspiration challenge for April. Videos, I'm supposed to get 4. I will have 5. By the time this is posted, I will have 5 videos up. Good to go. Mini album. I am counting that Penspiration one as one. The other 4 I created are these recipe books. And I used a tutorial from May Made It. She designed these recipe cards and the album itself. So I made 4 of them. So I have their gifts. I'm going to give them away to people. I have people picked out for these. I have 4 of them. So those are my 5 mini albums. Paper pad. I have 4 down here. That may change in a moment. So I did finish this one. I also finished an Anna Griffin from Olivia. It's called the Olivia collection. It's old. It's probably almost, I'd say 6-7 years old. So I did get that one done. I also finished up this Cartabella one. It's called Homemade with Love by Karina Gardner. So I used up a whole collection pack, making 4 of these, and I have a whole other collection pack, the same paper, that I'll be making these out of as well. So that's 3. The other one was these Close to My Heart collection pack that I had. Now I created 4 of these little note card bundles in the holders. Each holder has 6 3x3 note cards. I think they're 3x3. Yes, they are. And envelopes. And they're all embellished. Super cute. Nice little gift. So I have 4 of those. And then with what was left from that paper, I created 10 cards. And I used a pair of sketches from Mojo Monday. This is sketch 532 and 531. And I did get 10 cards made out of what was left of those papers. Lots of thank you cards, nice and flat, so I can stick them in an envelope and mail them out without actually having to go to the post office to get them weighed and have the correct postage put on them. So that was my 4 paper pads. I did so good this month, you guys. Okay. Next, I have my work in progress. I actually completed 5 projects. Now, each of these projects is more, some of these projects are more than one. So I completed, now you know that at the beginning of the year I pulled out packages for each month, and in each month had, you know, a pile of use it up, a pile of paper to use up, like so to finish a paper pad. I had one big project that needed to be finished that, you know, had some form of completion on it, but not totally completed. That one I didn't get done this month. It was a mini album, but I'm going to cycle it back in and keep it with my May projects, and hopefully I'll get it done in May. What I did get done, I had 2 big sheets of abstract acrylic backgrounds. And what I did was I cut them into bookmark size, backed them with black cardstock, and laminated them. So I have another 10 bookmarks to add to my stack of bookmarks. So that's done. That's one. I pulled out one of my sets of ATC backgrounds that I had ready and cut up, ready to go. And all I did was die cut some wildflowers from Tim Holtz dies, added an epoxy sticker, and did some doodling, and those are done. So there's 5 in that set. This set, there's actually 10 of, and I had these watercolor birds. I think they're either, I think they might be Dina Wakley, these scribbly birds. And I had them all watercolored, so all I had to do, and cut out, so all I had to do was stick them on the background that was already done, add the sentiment, and they're finished as well. So there's 10 of those ones. Next, I pulled out these, I had these watercolored images. They were already watercolored, and I just had to make them into cards. So these are all dressed up stamps, watercolored with my, I think it's the Spectrum Aqua markers. And yeah, I used up some of my scraps of Bo Bunny Madeline paper and layered them up and added some epoxy dots and these epoxy stickers, and they are complete. And I used a sketch, there was 4 sketches on this My Favorite Things Blueprints 12 from February 2014, and I used 3 of those sketches to complete those cards. So there's another project done. And lastly, and this fits into my art journal page as well, I completed this art journal page. I had the background color in, but that's all I had done, and it was, I had put it on watercolor paper, but it's Prima Marketing's Bloom spray in this really pretty black currant kind of color. And I layered on some printed tissue paper and some pattern paper scraps, and I stamped and splattered and doodled and found a quote that really fit with how I was feeling that day. And it says, "Survival is as much a matter of grace as fight." And I thought that's really appropriate for right now, because we're all trying to survive, and the trick for us is going to be surviving with grace. And that really struck a chord with me, so I used it on my art journal page, and I'll be punching it to use to put in my discbound art journal. So that completed my work in progress and my art journal page. Now, here's the trick. The use it up challenge. I did not keep careful track of what I used up. I can tell you that I used up, well, what did we say? 4 paper pads. 1, 2, 3, 4. I used up 9 and 7, 16 wooden tags. I used up, okay, let's take a look here. I used up 2 sheets of paper. This, My Mind's Eye, yep, Merry Days of Christmas. I had 2 sheets of it, and I created 5 gift card holders. So I used those up, plus I used up the 5 of these little gift card envelopes that I had inside. And I used up a whole package of these poinsettia flowers, plus an extra flower that I had floating around, which matched. So I used those up. So there's another 2, 3, 4, 5 things that I used up. I was like a mad woman creating this month. So there's the poinsettia flowers. So those are done. Those are done. I used up these, oh, those were the envelopes. Those are done. The wooden tags, done. These were the other tags, done. I used up foam adhesive. Used up a package of that. I used up a bunch of scraps that I had from Craftsmith Soho Boutique. I had some scraps put in my use it up pile. And I also had these 10 composition notebooks, these little minis. So I used those scraps to layer up and recover the front and backs of these notebooks. So that is, there's another 2 things I used up. I'm counting the books as 1. Okay, and the biggest thing this month, and like that's not even all of it. I can't even tell you everything else I used up. This was a sticker sheet, and I'm going to show you what I used that up here for right shortly. I'm going to get rid of garbage so I have room. I started scrapbooking this month. Now, like when I say I was crazy and all over the place this month with creating, I was a mad woman. Like I just did it, and I was like throwing stuff all over the place and not keeping track of anything. And like I can't even, I'm so amazed at what I got done, but I'm also amazed at how much I didn't keep track of. So I started scrapbooking this month. I don't scrapbook. I've never scrapbooked. But you know what? I needed something that I could do that didn't involve a lot of measurements. And I needed to reflect and remember, maybe that's why I did it. I needed to remember the happy times, we're all stuck at home and trying to go on, and some of the tragedies that are going on aside from the COVID-19 virus. Like what happened in Nova Scotia the last weekend just blew me away. And I know more locally we have some tragedy going on here as well. And I just needed to maybe create and remember. So I started scrapbooking, and I created 11 pages, and I think I did them all this past week. So the first one I started with was my youngest daughter page from a couple of years ago. Title is #selfie. The second one is my grandbaby Colton. Title is Little Dude. Second one is my oldest daughter with her son Colton, and I just love the way he looks at her. Totally with love in his eyes. And then of course I had to do one of Colton by himself. The title is Cutie Pie. This is my youngest daughter page again from a few years back. Title is Gorgeous. This is my older daughter Haley when she was just a couple of days before she gave birth to Colton. And the title is Baby Bump. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's in gold. And then this is Paige. The title is Nerd because she's our nerd and she owns it. This is the Nerd's graduation photos from high school. 2018 is my title because that's the year she graduated. This is where I used up all of those stickers. It was on here. And I mean, I used up a ton of stuff. Like, I used up, like, so many of these adhesive pearls and gems and, you know, enamel dots, and I just kept going. I just kept going. This is a picture that I ran out of ink with when I was printing it out. So it came out without the blue ink to it, but I ran with it. I, you know, added the yellow because it has now a yellow tinge, and the red, and it's called Hello Sunshine, and it's my daughter holding baby Colton. He was about a month old. This is my youngest daughter, Paige, who is a singer. So the title is very simple. It's called Sing. And this is from a couple years ago, but I love the black and white and how you can make the black and white pop off the page with color. And then the last one is of my youngest daughter, Paige, again, who is also a sailor. And this is one of her favorite places to be, which is out on Trap on her sailboat. So I did a lot this month. I did a ton. There was a couple of things I didn't get done, but I'm okay with that. And, you know, and I thoroughly enjoy doing this. Of course, I'm going to do more. But I have a few things that I want to focus on this month. Now, before I show you what my package is for May, I thought I would talk a little bit about what I want to accomplish this month. Here's all my notes. I want to make sure I remembered everything. So, and I know that I'm not the only one doing this, that we're sitting at home and we have stuff we want to do. But I find the biggest thing, aside from all the creating I did this month, was I did a lot of organizing and purging and getting rid of stuff that was garbage. You know, maybe I shouldn't have held on to, but I liked it. Maybe I'll make this with it. Maybe I'll make that with it. But I never ended up doing it. So, you know what? It went. And I did a lot of organizing, a lot of thinking about what I want to keep, what I want to give away. So as soon as we're allowed, I'll have a lot of things that I'll be donating. Right now it's all kind of taking over a corner in my basement because we can't donate anything right now. But one of the other things I wanted to do, I haven't kept up with my commenting. So this month I want to make sure I catch up with my commenting and my blogging. That's a huge thing. I used to do it all the time. I was an avid blogger and I blogged every project and I took a picture and I edited my picture and I blogged it right away. I haven't done that in probably a year. So that's one of the things that I want to do. And get caught up with my commenting. I know all of my fellow Crafty Goals YouTubers and Penspiration YouTubers, I didn't do any commenting this month. So one of my goals this month is to get caught up and stay caught up. And the other one is blogging. The other one is I want to keep better track of what I'm using. Like I said, this month I was just a crazy person using stuff and not paying attention to what I was using. So I'm going to keep better track this month. I'm going to write a list of what is in my package for the month of May, and that's going to help me keep track of what I'm doing and what I'm using. So that being said, let's take a look at my package for May. Now you're going to laugh right off the bat. My use it up pieces consisted of alphabet stickers and enamel dots, which I cycled into my scrapbooking stuff because they were both usable for scrapbooking. So there's nothing left in here. I'll probably pick something else out and use it up, but at this point that's empty. Also in my use it up pile is 2 sets of scraps. One set is Bo Bunny Isabella. Oh, and Momenta. A couple of scraps from a Momenta paper pad. Pretty. Could make a card out of that. And a card out of that. And then I also have scraps from Trimcraft Floral Pavilion 6x6 paper pad. There's only one full sheet and then 3 pieces of scraps. So I'll get a few cards out of those. No problem there. And we'll put those to the side. My paper pad this month is my last pad of Bo Bunny Madeline. I don't know what year this is from, but I suspect it's probably 2016, 2017. I had at one point 3 pages, like 3 pads of this. I absolutely love it. It's one of my all-time favorite paper pads. The color palette is just stunning. So I had scraps left over, so I'm adding that to the pile, plus a full unopened pad. So that is my paper pad this month. Okay, next is my work in progress, which I don't know what it is yet, so we're going to take a look. Ready? Oh, what are we in for? Christmas. Christmas and tags. Okay, more tags, more Christmas. I threw these in here because I thought they would work. I have a package of tags here, a package of tags here. These are ones that I had bought and layered up. So they're thin craft paper, and I layered them up. So there's actually only 5 in here. I think I took 3 or 4 and glued them all together to make them solid. These are tags that I printed, or sorry, die cut with a metal die. So they're just white cardstock. I have Wild Rose Studio Annabelle's Christmas. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot left in here. So what have we got? Oh, it's thin paper too. It's not cardstock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sheets. And it's super pretty. Super cute. Okay. So 7 sheets of that. Oh, look at that. More tags. More layered tags. So there's probably 6 or 7 in here. And then I have, it looks like a full pack. Nope, not quite full. There are some scraps in here of Wild Rose Studio Festive Wishes. 6 by 6. So looks like I'll be making some Christmas cards along with my Christmas tags. So in that I included a bunch of Christmas stamps and dies. So looks like Stamp of Approval from Catherine Pooler. Also Stamp of Approval, Stamp of Approval. This is a Lawn Fawn Winter Big Scripty Words. They may be too big for tags, but we'll see. And then this is also Stamp of Approval from Neat and Tangled. So all Christmas stamps and dies. So those are my projects for this month. It actually doesn't look like much because I think I did so much this past month. This looks small in comparison. But yeah, you know what? I forgot to show you. I did 2 new projects this month. Unity Stamps had some digital stamps for the first time, I think, in ever. And so I printed them out, colored them with my Copic. So I have a Miss You card and a Thinking of You card that I've colored up and made into cards. So those are new projects. They weren't work in progress. They were just something I felt like doing. Alright guys, that's enough from me for tonight. I will see you again soon. And yeah, let's stay happy, stay healthy, stay sane, inspired, and let's fight this fight with grace, okay? Bye-bye.